Texas versus David Isaac Solar. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense,
Ashley Morgan.
are you Mr. Solar?
Yes.
All right, and defense, you're withdrawing your request for a bond hearing?
Yes, we're going to move forward on the motion to adjudicate guilt.
All right, Mr. Solar, did you review the documents, motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision, and state's motion to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same David Isaac Solar who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 2484 for the offense of assault bodily injury on a security officer on November 16, 2020 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. On the supplemental motion, violated condition number 5, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, David Isaac Solar, the denominator, failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October 2023, a violation condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
So, I will waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objection?
There's no objection, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Clear as Your Honor.
Yes.
It is to deny the motion, extend for 1 year, and then for MRT biweekly reporting until the TAP evaluation is complete. And additionally, acquire and install the PAM device within 30 days of release. And that is it, Your Honor.
All right. Does your client wish to say anything?
He would, Judge.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
David Solar.
All right, why were you not reporting?
I felt like I was gonna go to jail and like my children, like I felt like my children needed me. Like the conversations I was having with the probation officer weren't going too good.
That doesn't, I'm trying to understand where you are coming from. You say you didn't report because you're afraid that you were going to prison. And the reason we're here is because you didn't report.
Yes, no, the conversations I was having with the probation officer, he told me to get a device for alcohol, and then I didn't have the money, so like I got a panic. And I didn't want to like get away from my children, so like I feel like my children need me out there.
All right, you're whispering. The court reporter can't hear, and I can't hear you.
I just feel like my children needed me to be out there, and I felt like the conversations I was having with the probation officer weren't going too well, and I thought that he was in a like empty army.
All right, so I don't understand why I should follow this agreement.
What? May I proceed, Judge?
Sure.
You understand that you're here on a motion to revoke your probation or a motion to adjudicate your guilt.
Yes, ma'am.
And you pled true to not reporting.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking the judge to follow the state's agreement, the state's recommendation.
Yes, ma'am.
Why should she follow that?
I feel like I want to be there for my children. I want to see them grow. And I want to get this, you know what I mean, out of my life. I want to get probation done with. And I'm trying to do it right this time.
Do you feel like if she gives you this chance on probation, do you feel like you will do what's asked of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Why will it be different this time?
I mean, I have a different mindset. I'm trying to, get this like done with and move on with my life. Like, just trying to do it right. Just trying to
And you understand if the judge does follow this agreement, you've agreed to do a portable alcohol monitoring device.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the same device probation asked you to install at some point in the past, according to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're willing to install it now?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand what a moral recognizance therapy course is?
Yes, no,
You don't quite understand that?
the course, no.
It's a course that's supposed to help you make these decisions,
Oh, okay. Yes,
and that's something you're willing to do.
yes, no.
Is there anything else you want to tell the judge?
I mean, I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to be out there and be a good father for my children. They don't need to see me, and I'm trying to do it right this time.
How many children do you have?
I have 5.
What are their ages?
1, 2, 4, 5, and 6.
I pass the witness, Judge.
Oh, and just for the record, I know that he has children. That's why I asked him to do parenting class. It appears, because he's been on probation out of this court since 2020, it appears that he decided to have more children while he was on probation, not doing what he was supposed to do. So I am trying to figure out why I should continue him. I mean, what have you done on probation?
I finished all my classes.
All right, probation, has he finished his classes?
Judge finished it. Finished parenting class, finished his anger management class. Those are the 2 classes we finished, Judge.
All right. And since you've been on probation with the court, have you acquired more cases,
No,
picked up more crimes?
no.
All right. You want me to ask probation if you picked up any new charges since 2020?
You could ask. I haven't picked up anything.
Probation, does he have any other charges other than what he's before the court on probation? Is this the only case that you're on probation on?
No.
All right, what other case are you on probation on?
Mal County,
All right, and what else?
Guadalupe County,
All right, and what is the Comal County case for?
theft, and also for Guadalupe County theft.
All right, Guadalupe County, that theft case, what year was that?
It was 2018, 2019. It was around that time.
Judge, I don't have a copy of the MTR in front of me, but I don't believe those are in the scope of this MTR.
No, they're not alleged. I'm just trying to figure out what he's been doing since he's been on probation for this court because he hasn't been reporting. I'm not considering anything as true that's not within the scope of the motion to revoke. I'm just trying to figure out what he's been doing with his life.
I started a small business. I haven't been getting into trouble. I've been trying to be there for my kids. That's it. I haven't done nothing. I haven't been doing nothing bad.
What about restitution?
Judge, he has paid, the assessed restitution was $15.95.
Yes.
He's paid $631.50 with the balance of $963.50.
And probation, what is your recommendation?
Judge, the recommendation on the court summary is the exact recommendation that the state conveyed to you.
Okay.
It expired November 15th of 2023 on deferred.
All right, so you've been missing. You can't do that. That's the number one thing about probation is reporting. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding violation of condition number 5 true. Court is going to find you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be restitution of $963.50 to Herc Reynolds. And County Court Cause number 633531. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or your ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. And I'll run this concurrent with Calmal County case number CR 2019913C. And Guadalupe County cause number CCL 200839. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, you can't avoid probation. When you're on probation, you got to make sure you follow through. I will tell you, and I know you've been to my court before, I always tell people if there's an issue, just let the court know. If there was an issue with your probation officer, then we would have had a hearing about that, because it's rare for me to revoke people because they don't have money for something. And your attorney will tell you that. All right, good luck to you. 2023 CR 0684, State of Texas versus Demetric Deshaun Jackson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Travis Banks, the state of Texas.
Defense?
Largo Garza for the defendant.
All right, you entered a plea on April 19th of no contest, and you applied for probation, and you entered a plea on the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation. Punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 7 years. The state opposes your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state? Defense?
I have, Your Honor.
All right. State, do you have any witnesses?
State has no witnesses.
Defense, any witnesses?
Just my client, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state your name for the record.
Demetric Jackson.
All right, you can lower your hand. Defense?
Can you please state your name for the record?
Demetric Jackson.
Demetric, you've applied for probation in this case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell the court why you think you should be getting probation?
I'm very deserving of a second chance, and I want to be more helpful to my kids. Wow. It'll help me stay more focused while I'm trying to rebuild what I lost for my kids.
Okay, this was an incident that occurred, and I believe you told me it was purely an accident, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you have any relationship with this woman?
No, sir.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Okay.
How's an, I mean, he's pled to assault choking, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
I don't understand how assault choking is accidental.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yes, I mean, because
Oh,
you're saying it was an
oh.
accident. I don't know how you choke someone accidentally.
Oh, no, it was a misunderstanding. I mean, it was a misunderstanding.
How is choking someone a misunderstanding? And mind you, I'm just trying to figure out what you're trying to tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't understand how choking someone is an accident or how choking someone is a misunderstanding. Now, if somebody said, choke me, and you thought you heard them say choke me, and then you proceed to choke them, I can understand, oh, that's a misunderstanding. I thought you were telling me to choke you, but you didn't. So I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from.
I think you're referring to the whole incident. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You're referring to the incident, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have any kind of relationship with this woman?
No, I didn't.
Okay. How did this come about? Did she feel that she had a relationship with you, or what? Can you explain that to the court?
We was working on a business plan, and I guess our feelings got more in tune. She was trying to be more than what I was faced, not that more. So
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying.
I said, we was working on a business plan, a business deal, and I guess her feelings got more involved in. She was trying to carry on a relationship, you know, a business relationship with me. So I mean, I feel like what she was posting her son, like, I mean, I
And if the court puts you on probation, how do you think this will help you and help your family?
it allowed me to rebuild what was taken away from me, what was like literally robbed from me, so. You know. It's the steps I have to take, I mean, for me to be out here with my kids, I mean, I do whatever I have to take, I mean, I promise my kids that I will give them the remainder of my years. I mean, be dedication to them than what I've given them in the past.
No further questions.
So you said that this was all a misunderstanding, and I was reading in the PSI that you also said she did it to herself. Did you recall telling the PSI person that she did the choking to herself?
Yes, I didn't touch it. I mean,
Okay, so it's your position that she choked herself.
yes,
Okay, and you told the TAP evaluation officer that you smoke 8 blunts on a daily basis. Do you recall telling them that?
I used to,
Do you still smoke 8 blunts on a daily basis?
no, sir.
Okay, and do you think you have a drug problem or need drug treatment?
No, sir.
Okay, and have you been on probation before?
Yes, sir.
Have you always completed your probation successfully?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you've never had to have your probation extended?
I was on the PlayStation one time, I don't think so.
You've only been on probation once?
Yeah.
So were you put on probation in 1995 for assault bodily injury?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
So if the PSI says that you were, is that correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Okay, and you weren't put on probation in 2004 for possession of controlled substance, PG 1 to 4 grams?
Question, that's right.
So if the PSI says that, the PSI is wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you weren't put on probation for driving while your license was suspended in 2000?
Yes.
That was the time you were on probation?
No, it's in 1994.
Okay. So the 2000 for,
I was on parole. I went to prison for parole. I was on parole.
which year did you go to prison?
2006.
But before that, no probation?
No probation.
Okay. So you were never revoked from probation
No, sir.
before that? Okay. No further questions. John.
All right, any follow-up question?
No, Your Honor. Rest.
All right, the court will hear argument. State.
Your Honor, I think according to the PSI, he has been on probation many times. He's been revoked from probation many times. I think he's come to the court and he's misrepresented his criminal history. Furthermore, he's minimizing his guilt. He says that he didn't do it. He says it's a misunderstanding. He even told the PSI officer that she choked herself and that any injuries she might have had, she caused to herself. I will also point out that to the extent that defense tries to argue he had a rough upbringing, he told the PSI officer that his childhood was blessed and that he doesn't need any kind of drug treatment. He also said he doesn't see how probation is going to help him, but he'll try. I think this is someone who doesn't want probation, doesn't want the kinds of services that are available to help improve somebody's life while they're on probation. And for that reason, the state is asking that you meet the cap at 7 years.
All right, defense.
You- No, you can't.
All right, if he wants to say something, I'm fine with him saying something.
Don't say so, go ahead.
When he was saying about it wouldn't help me. I was talking about the treatment of the classes, not as for the probation. The lady had called me again yesterday from the PSI, letting me know that she was typing too fast and some of the words got mixed up. And she called me again yesterday and was asking me more questions. Because when I did my PSI, she really wasn't understanding what I was saying. Before it's what she typed on the paper.
Okay. All right, defense.
Well, Your Honor, I think this case has been going on for quite a while. He hasn't been in any further trouble, Your Honor. I think this was this was an incident that occurred because I think lady thought that she had a relationship with him and he did not want to. We're asking the court to put him on probation. I believe he knows that probation will help him. He'd like to do what he can to get a job, do what he can for his family and be there for his family. So we're asking the court to place him on probation.
All right. Mr. Jackson, I want you to know, I did look at everything. I just don't think that you're a good candidate for probation. What I'm going to do is find you guilty, and the previous judge found you guilty. Going to sentence you to $500 fine, time and money, run concurrent. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Elizabeth Dahl. Take in consideration 2020 CR 2357, and I'll sentence you to 6 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, Mr. Jackson, if you want, I can ask that you be referred to the therapeutic community. It does not increase the length of time that you're in custody, but it may be able to help you with any drug issues you may have. Do you understand? Would you like that or no?
Yes, I was trying to understand because
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.